The boring things create success. Sleep, routine, training, showing up. Sort of links into the last one. If you can be consistent doing the boring things, that is what leads to special moments. I said this, I think, on a Substack comment the other day. Basically, it was talking about this very topic. If you can do the boring things for a very long time, that will take you to special places. And you won't realize that until you do it for a long period of time. Getting into a regular sleep routine doesn't sound that crazy, will lead to special moments. Having a good routine, having a good training routine, diet, things like that. If you do them over a long time, you will see incredible results off the back of it. So many people these days are looking for the quick route. They're looking for these fat loss jabs. They're looking for, 8-week transformations, which just tank your calories and you lose a load of water weight. Stop looking for the quick route. Do the boring things consistently for a long period of time is what will do it, because that is more sustainable as well. It's much more enjoyable. Instead of getting on a fat loss jab, feeling like crap, wasting a load of muscle away, probably getting some sort of God knows what off these jabs as well now. It's coming out in all the reports, and just do the boring things. It's what makes the biggest difference. I think it was David Brailsford said, who was managing the Sky cycling team, is the sum of 1% is stacking those 1% over time that make the biggest difference. Number 13, your phone is the biggest distraction in history. Most people don't realize how much time it steals. Again, social media. It is designed like the casino to keep you scrolling, keep you wondering what's coming next. If I could be off social media, I would. I've said this multiple times, especially recently. If I didn't have the podcast and do the things I do, I literally would not have social media. I would happily go back to my old Sony Ericsson Walkman, which was about this big. I still have no idea. I used to type on it. It was a W810i. Go check it out if you don't know what that is. If you're too young, that was one of my first phones. I think my very first phone was a Sony Ericsson. I think it was a K850i or 750i or something like that. Even older. Really small phone. I would happily go back to one of them with literally calls and texts. If I didn't need social media, I would not be on it. It is such a waste of time. It takes so much energy away from me, and so much of what you consume is genuinely pointless. You don't get anything from it. There's no benefit to a lot of what you see, which is, it goes back again. Use the not interested thing. Fill it with stuff that is going to benefit you. Whether it's, I don't know what you're interested in, whether it's cars, whether it's football, fitness, fill it with stuff that you actually find beneficial. Yeah, it'll be a lot more useful in the long run. But I would highly recommend limiting your time to it. Number 14, the work you avoid is usually the work you need to do. Growth sits on the other side of discomfort. Kind of similar to stepping outside your comfort zone. Say if you are training for a marathon or a half marathon, it's raining outside. You don't really feel like you want to do it, but you've got to go and run anyway. Because guess what? It might be raining on the day of your race. So you've just got to push yourself and go and do it. So I'm training for a half marathon at the moment. There's been days recently where I'm absolutely shattered after a long day at work. And I think I've got my long run to do today. Like this week, it was 80 minutes. 6 months ago, you would have never caught me doing even close to an 80-minute run because I never really enjoyed it. But guess what? As I've got a bit fitter over time, I enjoy it more. I use it as a mental switch off. I've always said there's mental tiredness and physical tiredness. You could be mentally shattered from a day at work, but your body is physically ready to go and work out. That was the case this week. I was absolutely shattered. I didn't want to go. And I just thought, you know what? I'm going to feel so much better for doing it afterwards. I went out, felt great. Mentally, just flushed the day out of my system. I go running with no headphones, so I just take in all my surroundings. And I kind of switch off, other than figuring out which way I'm going. That's about it, looking at my time. Other than that, I get back from a run and I think, what did I even think of whilst I was running? Not a lot. Mainly just my next step and which direction I'm going. That is literally it. And I feel so much better for it afterwards. We often distract ourselves with something whilst doing something else. So I could have distracted myself with music whilst I was running. But no, I wanted to take in my surroundings. I wanted to think, oh, my legs are feeling a little bit heavy here. Oh, I'm going up a hill. It's going to be a little bit heavier on my legs. My pace might slow down. Or I'm going downhill now. I can go a little bit faster and stay at the same heart rate. Things like that. You just become a lot more present in the moment. But going back to the work you avoid is usually the work you need to do. You're avoiding it because you either don't necessarily enjoy it or it's difficult. And guess what? The difficult things are what push you out your comfort zone and what make you grow. If you constantly do the things that you're comfortable doing, there's only so much you can grow. You've got to step out of that comfort zone, do something that will lead to a bit of discomfort.